Oh. Hi, and welcome to today's news report. This is Katie,
And this is Jack.
and we're here with the headlines. We're here at Taylor Glacier in Antarctica near the McCurdo Dry Valley and on the shore of West Lake Bonny at 77 degrees and 44 inches south, 162 degrees and 10 inches east. We have information that you haven't heard or seen before. After a quick update on the weather and climate, we'll be back with our special for tonight on Blood Falls.
Okay, so I am here with a quick climate report. Antarctica is the coldest continent and holds the record for lowest surface air ever recorded on Earth at negative 89.2 degrees Celsius. Yowza, that's cold. I guess it makes sense that Antarctica is the world's largest ice sheet, with ice covering about 14 million kilometers squared. If all of this ice melted, it would lead to a sea level rise of 58 meters. However, in more coastal areas like where I am now at Taylor Glacier, temperatures are usually a little warmer than the extremes like this, and the ice is probably a bit thinner. Additionally, Antarctica is very dry. In fact, it is classified as a polar desert, which is a place that receives less than 250 millimeters of annual precipitation, with a mean temperature of no more than 10 degrees Celsius in the warmer months. Yikes.
Wow, with a climate report like that, I guess you could probably infer that there isn't much life here in Antarctica. On land, you're pretty right. Only species that can adapt to harsh, cold, and dry conditions and live without light in the winter months can survive. There are about 8 different species of penguins that are able to brave this fight, as well as maybe 1,000 species of fungi. Several species of migrating birds also inhabit the region and they can come down for the milder summer months. In the ocean, life is a little bit more plentiful. It's also a little bit easier for Antarctic ocean animals to migrate to warmer waters during the cold darkness of winter.
Now on to our feature story. Taylor Glacier is a cold-based glacier that flows towards West Lake Bonny. Each year, gravity causes it to move, pulling the material slowly downwards while compacting new snow at the top of the glacier. Blood Falls, located at the very tip of Taylor Glacier, as seen here, is something that I guarantee you've never seen before. Here it is, a 5-story waterfall of what appears to be blood. Are you okay there, Antarctica? Scientists say that Antarctica is doing just fine. Originally, the scientific community thought that the red came from algae, but they were wrong. Recently, Kuki, a professor at Dartmouth College, published a paper in the Journal of Science, just like this article here, which told us that this red coloring comes from microbes that feed off sulfur and iron in oxygen-free water that has been trapped underneath the ice for about 2 million years.
So, about 2 million years ago, the Taylor Glacier moved to cover a small number of lakes in Antarctica. The water beneath the surface has been found to stretch from the surrounding Lake Bonny to 7.5 miles inland, going as deep as 3 miles below the surface of the glacier. Despite sub-zero temperatures, these lakes remained unfrozen due to their incredibly high salinity, almost 3 times higher than that of the ocean. In addition, these subglacial lakes are completely cut off from the outside world. This means no sunlight and no oxygen, 2 things that most living organisms cannot survive without. However, the water is very rich in iron. When this water flows out of the lakes and is exposed to the oxygen in the atmosphere, it oxidizes and rusts, staining the surrounding ice a blood red color. These falls are the only surface manifestation of these subsurface worlds to be discovered by humans.
In addition to the strange color, the world underneath the ice holds some very interesting secrets. The microbes living in these lakes have adapted to living without sunlight and oxygen and remain trapped under the ice as a growing and thriving community. The microbes living here feast on sulfates or mineral salts to break down the oxygen found in these sulfur-based compounds. Somehow, after the microbes use the sulfates, the byproducts of the reaction needed to break down the compound react with the iron in the water to restore the sulfates, basically recycling the means of survival for the microbes. These conditions allowed for what many call an ecological time capsule, preserving microbes under the ice for over 2 million years.
So with this, we conclude our segment on the mysterious blood falls of Antarctica. We hope you have learned a lot about the alien world beneath the ice and realized that life is an incredible thing that can occur in the most unlikely of places. If organisms can live and thrive 3 miles under a glacier with no oxygen or sunlight, who knows where else there is life and what we're simply unaware of. This is Katie.
And Jack.
And we're here with the headlines for BBC News. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.